You're sipping your coffee.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, you guys.
Good morning, Victoria.
Hello, Twente.
Oh my God. Can you believe it? It's time.
For another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun.
It is.
3-sip manifesting.
That's right. How to manifest anything you want in 3 seconds.
3 seconds or 3 sips?
Well, yes. Both.
What, you can't have a sip a second?
Well,
Ew.
that's right. Oh, you don't need all the sips.
All right. So, go to freeneville.com.
That's right. Let's see who's here. Yo, Triple D Jake, MM Keith, Anicia, MM. Welcome to the show. Triple D Tony.
Yes.
Freeneville.com, Victoria said.
That's right.
Go there after the show.
Yes, after the show.
Yep.
Join our
Triple D
90-day
Francis.
adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. Yeah, half of a donut a day, guys. Oh my God. For those people that get all worked up about like donuts and money and loogie and stuff, like time to grow the fuck up.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
I believe I just saw Gail sneak in. Triple D Gaza. MM Stella Jim. Boom.
Oh, yeah, Stella Jim.
Our Triple D Simi. Oh my God. Triple D Yazerman Maxwell made a
Just made a
coffee.
coffee.
Is it in a good cup? Show us a photo. If it is, if not, throw it over the edge. We're in that kind of mood today.
Cool. Okay, so it's
Kalani, welcome.
3-sip manifesting. How to manifest anything in 3 seconds.
Alrighty, guys. So tomorrow we're going to probably follow this up with the take a pizzle game. But,
Take a pizzle.
right.
And then drop the kids off at the pool on the third day. Is that right?
Yeah, well, no, that takes a little longer than 3 seconds. But anyway.
Okay.
All right. So, Victoria, shall we start with the header there? So we're going to start with the coffee game. And we're going to
Yes.
explore the power of contrast.
Yes.
But first, Victoria's going to give us a Neville Goddard quote.
Okay.
All right.
So you must have a frame of reference by which you can detect movement. Memory is such a frame.
Alrighty, guys. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine a sip of coffee. Right? So a long time ago, I had a shit car. I used to go to a shit job.
I thought you were going to say you
in.
had shit coffee.
Well,
You probably did.
it was shitty
Okay.
coffee, right?
It was 7-Eleven
So
coffee.
a long time ago, shit coffee, shit car, shit job, shit traffic, right?
Yep.
One sip. Just imagine that sip of coffee in the shit car, going to shit job, right?
Yeah. Crap.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile.
on the other hand, right now I've got this lovely BMW. I just love my car.
Yes.
Right, and occasionally I do have coffee in it, but so like I mean I have my coffee while I'm answering your emails from like double M Jeff is on the show.
Double M Jeff.
Right, so like when I I imagine stuff like answering your emails while I sip the coffee or having a sip of coffee in my cool car. Right, so what I want you to do, I want everyone here to write down something like frame of reference or write down shit versus Coolio.
Shit.
Right? Because when I had a shit car going to a shit job, the coffee tasted like shit. I mean, it was still coffee, got me going. You know, it was atomic and
Versus
stuff.
Coolio.
Yeah, versus Coolio coffee, right? And it could be the same damn coffee, by the way. But your experience is going to be different of that one sip. So what I want you to do is scan for difference, right? So it's
Right.
right? Victoria used to go to a shit job.
Yeah.
Right? She's got a
I
cute
used to
little
have
car
a
though.
shit job.
But she'd go to
Jack, it's my
she'd go to the shit job and like drinking the coffee in the morning, getting ready for the shit job's one thing, but
Good on
drinking the
you,
coffee in the
DDD,
morning,
Mary.
right?
And
Frame of
good on you,
reference. All right,
DDD
shit
Fran.
versus Coolio. See you
Yeah,
guys,
you're all
this is
doing
great.
it, and Kim, good
Triple
on
D
you.
sizzles here.
So
right?
some did ship versus Coolio, some have done frame all of reference.
All right, so you get it? Imaginal coffee, experienced. Do it both ways. Shit, and versus Coolio. Yeah, she keeps thinking of
call
Juan
yourself-
Carlos, the king of Coolio.
Yeah, I know. You used to call yourself that, King
Yeah.
of Coolio.
Yeah, I am Juan Carlos, the king of Coolio. I'm thinking about setting up a whole other YouTube channel just for fun. You know? Yeah, good morning, I am Juan Carlos, the king of Coolio. That'd be a good podcast, though.
King of Coolio.
Yeah, Juan Carlos, the king of Coolio. Let me know if you'd listen to it, right?
I'm sure they would.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Victoria,
Yes.
so that was the first one, the coffee game, the power of contrast.
Yes.
So what's part 2? Yeah, that's it.
Versus in your one sip of coffee in your way.
No. Next to it, coffee game 2.
Coffee game 2.
Oh, Coffee Game 2 as in T as in double O.
The streetcar method.
Oh my God.
Well, I know the lady about the streetcar.
Yeah, for background.
Yes.
So it was Christmas time, wasn't it, Victoria? And she was on the streetcar.
I think it was, but I remember her crying her tears.
It was Christmas. I looked
and
it up.
it was the salty tears was
Right.
on the boat or
Okay.
whatever.
No. Notice she even feels it while she's talking about it.
Yeah.
Tell us about the streetcar method, Victoria.
Oh, well, all I remember was she was sad. I don't know why she was sad.
There's a quote there.
Oh, sorry. Got ya. Okay. So while she physically held the rail of the streetcar, she mentally touched the rail of a ship moving into Samoa. Physically tasting the salt of her tears, she imagined it was the salt of the sea. As the streetcar reached its destination, she was entering the Bay of Samoa, feeling the moonlight shining on her body and hearing a voice say, "Isn't it a heavenly night?" 2 weeks later, this girl received a check for $3,000 from a law firm in Chicago. It seems that 2 years before, her aunt had left the United States, requesting that if she did not return, the money was to be given to her niece. Within 1 month, the girl was on a ship sailing for Samoa. Coming into the bay, she saw a ship ploughing through the water, leaving lovely light white foam in its path. As the moonlight touched the wake, its spray touched her face, and a man standing near said, "Isn't it a heavenly night?"
Boom.
At that moment, her outer senses experienced what she had used her inner senses to make real.
Alrighty, guys. So, by the way, my lovely friend Surrender is here. Give our love to your hubby and Arjuna. And Carla Pike is here. Nice to see you, Carla. Boom.
Cool.
So,
yes.
it all started, I believe the streetcar method was in San Francisco. I'm not positive on that, but I know it was Christmas time, right? And so she was on the streetcar and she was sad, right? Because it wasn't going the way she wanted it to do. I mean, it was like Christmas Eve, something like that. And, like everyone else is having fun but her. But you'll notice what happened. While she touched the rail of the streetcar, she was actually feeling the rail of the little ship. When she was tasting the salt of her tears, she was experiencing that saltiness of the bay, of the ocean. And then she got what she imagined, right? So the second method that I want you to do today is, so we're going to use the coffee game the whole way through here. Ready? Okay, you could actually have a physical cup of coffee. And while you're experiencing your cup of coffee, feel what you would feel if your wish were fulfilled. In other words, how would you experience that physical cup of coffee differently? Yeah, if you didn't have the shit job, if you had a nice car, Coolio, right? What if you were experiencing that cup of coffee, feeling loved, lovely, right? I listened to her sip the coffee in the bed, right? It's so much nicer compared to when she had to jam the coffee down and get to work, right?
Yeah.
Totally different. But you can actually do it with Surrender Got a Chai. You could experience that chai as if it implied a wish fulfilled. Doesn't take much, but just feel the difference there, right? So, that's based on the streetcar method. And again, it only takes a second. I mean, it's not like, all right, I gotta, no, you just surrender into that cup of coffee as if it were being experienced as your wish fulfilled. So, Richard says like a dirty martini.
I saw that.
Ooh, that's how I like my martinis, by the way. Dirty. Just like Victoria.
What? When I'm in the garden.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and we got a third one, guys.
That was that's gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Yeah, streetcar method.
But by the way, she can do this while swinging a hammer. While her and Raymond are working on the she shed back there, she could swing the hammer feeling frustration. It's never getting fucking done. Oh, man, it's not what I wanted. Or she can swing that hammer like she's working on the next project. Just feeling, boom, boom. Oh, Surrender, we love you too. By the way, for the folks that they got some of the complaints on that one thing. They're like, well, this guy, whenever they're doing the show, he's always like talking to people, right? They're having too much fun and they're talking to people. Well, it's called acknowledging that there are people in the universe. It's not all goddamn fucking data.
There's
right?
someone out there.
There's someone out there. We like to say hi to, like, hey, it's Jamie, right? Boom, right? I mean, honest to God, this is real. People are real. So, yeah, see, Triple D Tony, he's real too, right? Scott loves the fun. That's right. I figure the fun people keep showing up. The Grumpadoos, they'll go to Reddit. Yeah, they'll go to Reddit. Yeah, if I read it. All right. Cool. So, Victoria.
All right.
Let's do the third one.
The third one.
Oh, yeah.
Res geste.
Res geste.
The utterance.
Oh, somebody type it in. Res geste. Oh. I know someone's going to complain. What are you doing, Dad? My dad's a singer.
So our seed time is that moment in time when you and I react to anything in this world. It may be to an object. It may be to an individual. It may be to a bit of news that we've overheard. But the moment of reaction, that emotional response, is our attitude.
Boom.
Our attitudes are the seed times of life. And although we may not remember the seed time or the moment of response, nature never forgets. And when it suddenly appears in our world.
So the first two methods we talked about today, they're about the imaginal experience. First is the imaginal experience of an imaginal sip of coffee in a way that implies your wish is fulfilled. Again, I could experience I could experience a sip of coffee right now in a classic BMW, something about 50 years old, right?
Yeah.
And I could just what I would feel in that circumstance. Then, Fred's here, yo. And then, right, I could actually physically, while I'm sitting on the inside, outside, right, I could experience a sip of coffee in the portable disposable hot tub as if, I'm talking a physical one, right? Physical sip of coffee while feeling what I would feel if my wish were fulfilled. Yum. Right? So the first one's all imaginal. The second one is using that physicalness, right? Now this one right here, this is what locks them all down, right? Because it's your reaction to the world that creates your reality. Your reactions reveal the states that you're in. And so if I have that sip of coffee as loving puppy dad, and then that happens, and it could just be a smile, it could be a wow, it could be an right? But it's that spontaneous expression, that spontaneous utterance. Virginia says nature never forgets. Nature doesn't, right? So when people are going, I'm all happy, joy, and I say, wow, look in your eyes, and the fact that your fist is turning white tells me something different, right? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to notice when you're imagining, okay, I want you to experience, and don't plan this in. What I want you to do is surrender to the experience of that utterance. You got it? That honest to God, when I hear her sip of coffee, right? Versus, right? We've all done it. You got to rush out the door to get to the shit job, and you're going, right? You don't even notice the coffee was yummy. Versus, you have the sip of the coffee, and it's like, if I can dick around all day.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
It's that spontaneous utterance after the experience. So Scott says, where are you? 97 here in Southern California. Yeah, I'm in Melbourne.
He's replying to someone.
I know. I'm just, he's my buddy. Okay. It's tough being my friend.
Sticking around. He's sticking around, Scott says. Cool.
So, and I want you to notice all these happen in just a second or two. Right? It's just that surrender. So the reason why we do the first one is I want you to train your brain to notice difference. Right? Neville's teachings are different than other people's teachings. When you move, you actually experience the world differently. Right? You get it? And here's the thing. I want you to, like, seriously go, it's not like, oh, I got to figure out what would I experience if, it's like, look, if you've had a shit car and you've got a shit job, you know what that experience of coffee would be like. Okay? What would you not experience having a sip of coffee if you had a Coolio car, if you didn't have a shit car, if you had a Coolio job, if you didn't have a shit job? Woo! Boom, right? Yeah, you'll discover it that fast. And by the way, you notice the spontaneous utterance just came out? You got it? Second method where we're actually using a cup of coffee just for fun. I mean, if you're having one of them days and you're going, yeah, my soulmate left me again, this really fucking blows, I'm just going to launch the coffee cup. It'll take me an hour to clean up, but I'm just going to launch it. Versus like, right, if I actually felt loved, loving, lovely, what would I have? Right? And the third one is just really making sure you're consciously surrendering. In Triple D, we talked about if you could fall in love with a state so much, that's what haunts the mind. All right? Her she shed haunts the mind. She doesn't have 52 different projects going on. She's got one biggie, right? And some little chores she does out there. But she's got one biggie that she's surrendered to. Otherwise, the wood just sits there.
Yeah, and rots.
Yeah, we've all done that, right? So, boom. Richard says, loving MMU too. Cool. I can't read the rest. It just scrolled up. But thanks, Richard. Cool, man. Love your updates. So, and by the way, this is what I imagined up when we designed the course. I get Richard's every 7-day update, the occasional bonus email. Boom. You got it? Think the coffee game works? All right, we've got lots and lots and lots of people in MM. Triple D Tommy. Boom. All right. So, Victoria, anything you want to add in or take away or talk about or in the name of the boom?
No, I guess that's why Neville loved playing around with time so much, because that first example one where the frame of movement and how memory is such a great is such a great frame of reference for that. That then how we were talking even last week something about how if you had however you
once I have had already
had already
once I have had already
moving around in time, like how effective that is. So
boom. Yo, Laurel's here. Welcome to the show.
Laurel.
Nice to see you. So
tell us your strawberry bit.
That's right.
My strawberry bit is actually that one statement. I love it because she's on the streetcar, so sad, crying, and then hears someone say, "Isn't it a wonderful night?" And then not long after that, how it she actually
got it, right?
She heard that. And not that it's just such a lovely thing, beautiful thing for her to have experienced. So, that's
By the way,
my strawberry bit.
Get that's not a scripted thing. That's somebody else's spontaneous utterance. Isn't it a wonderful night? Versus, isn't it a wonderful
isn't
night?
It wonderful? No, it's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, we've all had those conversations, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful? Right? Versus, isn't it a wonderful night? Or, I can't wait for it to be fucking over. Right? I mean, working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I'm with you. I love the streetcar story bit.
Yeah.
I just,
I
think my favorite part from today's is going to be on the first bit, because the first way that we talked about this, it's using the coffee game as an I remember when method, right? So you remember when she was single by imagining her married. Right? You can remember whenever you had that shit car and the shit coffee and the shit job by imagining up, Coolio car, job, coffee, boom. Got it? That contrasty thing, sneaky. But I do love the streetcar method. Like, seriously, that's one of my all-time favorites. So, all right.
mine is 20 Victoria and I are buddies.
Boom.
Yes, we are, Sizzler.
Sizzle buddy. All right. So,
Okay.
Victoria, we're having strawberry bits show up.
So type in your strawberry bits, and while you do, go to freeneville.com.
That's right. 221 email list. Pseudo random goodness.
Yes. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. For the price of half a donut a day. Half of a freaking donut. 15 to 25 minutes of your precious time. Boom.
Cool. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. And for the show shares and the members of MM and so on that you guys share your lives with us, you share the show. We really appreciate that. You know, it's cool. You know, sharing is caring. We get to know you guys, and people get to know us. And, try not to touch it with my hand whenever I'm gesturing. Res gesti. All right. Cool. So, Victoria.
Yes.
We're going to have a yummy double pork lunch today. We're going to pretend that today's Friday. So we're going to offend all those major religions today.
Yes.
So, Alez is going to go to sleep. Good night. We'll catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow. We love you. Tomorrow.
All right.